Another elite. Are those real elite packs, like, when they have hounds?
Um,
Are they real
yeah,
to you?
well, yeah, you probably can play it. I'm not the biggest
Playable?
fan of Elite, but honestly, Elite Hound has been a way that I've seen hounds work. Like,
Okay,
you
okay.
can just buy hounds every single turn sometimes and be somewhat fine.
Mhm, mhm.
It looks like it's not going to be the case this time, though, as Cast opts to go for the Tarantulas with the Amplify spec, and Sarah opts to go for Steel Ball Hound and buys 2 Crawlers on the Typhoon Specialist.
Yeah, this should be an interesting matchup here, like, Amplify specs got some really good value with the Tarantulas early on. Sarah's got the balls, which are pretty strong against the Tarantulas, but there is the Marksmans to shoot them down, and of course, he'll be waiting for his Typhoon on round 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of the Typhoon will get done, because it's not great into Tarantulas, but it's going to be a nice injection of cash either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's good against crawlers. We'll see if Cass goes for more of a crawler-based army or a fang-based chaff line.
It
He's
should
playing.
typically be a good matchup for Cast. Like, Tarantula into Hound Ball Crawler
Yeah,
usually is winning in the mid game.
yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting to see how the positioning will affect everything. Sarah seems to really like these balls that are like touching the flanks, right? Seems to have really good tower pressure.
Yeah, he's played around with a bunch of setups because some people were doing like the Surrey flank to him with the crawler in the middle of the flank and then pulling it back. So he had
Oh
a
yeah,
period where he played mid range, kind of more in between the towers, but it seems like now he's gone back to playing more on the sides, and that will yield a tower debuff on round 1.
yeah. It's not gonna go to the crawlers. It's gonna go straight to the tower. Hopefully not the same story as the last match, because that was pretty tragic. Look at that one ball deciding to go to the middle.
Man's on a mission. If he catches the timing right, he might survive and kill the
Oh my
tarantula,
gosh,
but oh, he
that would be
didn't.
be
Ah,
so funny.
gotta go to school, kids. Gotta learn your lessons. Get the timing right.
Yeah, follow the rules.
Oh, it's a pretty close affair. Steel Ball's now trying to get to that tarantula. One is still alive.
Yeah, it's gonna do it, I think.
It will kill
Yep.
the tarantula, but maybe the marksman can kill all the rest of the units.
It
Oh,
looks
it's
close, but not anymore.
5 hounds might be a bit too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is about as close as you'll get, though.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy of a round, actually.
Immediate unit reinforcements.
Yeah, interesting options as well. I mean, Phoenix is like always grabbable, I feel, but you already have marksman, so I don't know. What would you pick
Yeah,
here?
this
I
is
might pick
such a feels
sledge.
bad. Sledge is honestly quite good. Sledge is great against Steel Ball. A
Yeah.
cast does opt to go Phoenix after all. It's always a bit of a feels bad when you're Spider Marksman and then you just get the better option, which is Phoenix on round 2. But I guess you
Yeah.
can just buy another Spider on the left and play like we'll just play the Marksman on the right side for now, and then we'll pair the new Spiders with Phoenixes on the left.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't go wrong with a Phoenix, honestly. So I think it's fine. I think the sledgehammer was pretty great though. Like you would just put it like vertically at the top of your army and just have, you know, chaff against single target. Like say Phoenix was picked, like you would have a tough time chewing through that.
Yep. Yeah, and Sarah here just opting to go chaff clear. I guess the hounds are not really that reliable, so you often will need something like arc lights added to them. And
Mhm.
we'll only go for one Fang Pack there on the left. Now that might end up killing the Phoenix. Kind of depends how all of this goes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Picking up just a tiny bit of anti-air so you don't, lose to a single Phoenix. I think that's a good call. I usually do that on aggro as well.
I love these flanks, by the way, from Sarah. The crawler there on the left. There has been a sledgehammer added to the left side to protect the tower, but same thing on the right, and that will take the attention of the marksman only, so that'll just be stuck there forever.
Yeah, he was definitely clicking the arrows to see like which units would turn and determined like I only want the marksman to turn.
Yeah, that's a really nice move. Looks like steel balls on the right will fall, but not before taking down at least one tarantula. And, well, sadly, the newly added one on the left will kill the fangs, so that means no anti-air is left, and cast will prevail, even though they did get doubly flanked on this turn.
Yep, always the nice thing about having a Phoenix. Just getting those little scam wins. I guess it's not a scam, though. He actually kind of just outright won.
No, air units is cheat. We want honest Sledgehammer, ground-only gamers. Or at least I think that's how Cast would... what Cast would say. Although he's the one playing the Phoenix, so I don't know anymore.
Yeah, who really knows? God, tarantulas just like never level anymore. I swear, they just like it's impossible.
Yeah, no, they take ages to level. They're still good with levels, though, so I guess
Oh
I
yeah,
could kind of get the nerf because they do get out of control. Which is why
yep,
Elite is so good, by the way. Elite Spiders,
yes,
you
yes,
get that level 2, you don't need to worry about farming 1350 experience on a 200 cost unit. I'm
exactly.
telling you guys, you're
Mm.
missing out. Or not.
So yeah, sometimes I don't want to tell people how good Elite is because I just want it all for myself, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel you. I'm the same. Well, lots of items are available, but Cast doesn't seem to want that haste module there. Picks up the additional deployment slot instead.
Yeah, I really appreciate the variety of opinions regarding additional deploy slot. Like I think some people think it's like legitimately one of the best cards in the entire game. Whereas like for other players it's like it's okay, you could skip it, you could take it, you know?
Yeah, it will get a lot of value down the line. Like deployments is one of those mechanics in the game that does limit your options.
Yeah.
So being able to just add one more deployment per round can definitely, yeah, make a big difference down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
What do you
4
think of this
fangs per
though?
turn.
Yeah, just getting more chaff sometimes is super valuable. But what do you think about Steelball Mustang into Tarantula though?
Um I suppose it is additional anti-air against like, you know, the Phoenix. But outside and of course it's cheaper to unlock nowadays. And the haste was given. So there's like several reasons why it could be good. But yeah, I still think it's an interesting choice. Like there were other lines available.
I typically tend to not like this matchup too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Mostly because like Mustang tends to lose to Tarantula and Steel Balls can win, but it's somewhat level dependent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, speaking of levels, the two Steel Balls that Sarah started with just about managed to level up this turn.
Yeah, we got some levels occurring here, kind of all over the place. So next round should be really shaken up by that. Amplifying Spec gonna get some value here from leveling up their tarantulas finally. And we get the Typhoon coming down for Sarah as well. So really explosive round coming up, I'd imagine. Will Sarah pick subsidized Steel Ball? Surely not. Oh
No,
my god. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
they will.
Let's go. This is sick.
Well, Tarantulas can be good in a one-on-one against a single pack of Steel Balls, but if you start to get 2-to-1, might be a little too tall of a task.
Yeah, seriously. Balls are like one of the craziest units when you have a lot of them. Like normally people don't do it either cuz like they're expensive or like hackers or just an air army, but if you ever can get away with it, it's just like the scariest thing to go against.
Yeah, and he runs Link as well. I'm not sure we'll see it, but
Yeah, that's cool. Probably we won't see it because like they're so tightly packed together, I guess. I usually like to use Link when I have like separated networks, if that makes sense.
mm. But what about the single Link?
The single Link, I mean honestly, it's playable.
It's a bit sad that he doesn't have additional deployments though, because now he can't buy 4 balls per
Oh,
round.
that's true. That would have been a great combo, yeah.
Also, this underground threat is not being dealt with for Sarah, so this will be double debuff, presumably for cast.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I don't even think
There
the
is a
Mustangs will
Typhoon in
help
the
out.
bottom right, by the way.
Yeah, that'll pull this existing crawler. Or sorry, this, yeah, that'll pull that crawler. So that's nice. But yeah, the thing to watch right now is this underground crawler. I mean, as you said, it's just gonna get in. That's a fatal error.
Yeah, if you're like Sarah, maybe just don't look. Close your eyes. Pretend that this round didn't happen. Because that's 18 seconds of debuff right there.
Oh, yeah, super painful. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely not ideal.
I mean, it's pretty bad because cast ranged is tarantulas, and now the 2 remaining level 1s will also be level 2.
Yeah, that's really powerful. And a decent amount of damage too. Over a K for sure.
Yeah, everything leveled. Phoenix is leveled, Marksman leveled. That's a pretty good 100 cost spell right there.
Yeah, it's so powerful. But a steel ball tech will surely come out. Quick teleport might. Sarah didn't pick it. Okay, never mind.
Just went for the haste module, sold the Typhoon on the flank.
Yeah, I like that. There's the range on the ball. I think that's like the one of the best techs when you go wide with balls. Like usually it's mech div and range.
Yeah, range is quite nice. Tarantula is also not like the highest of range units, so I mean there's still, like 35 difference between them, but it can sometimes create problems for the tarantulas.
Yeah, for sure. We got quick telly here on cast. I
Oh.
guess that's nice. Like warp in quicker to kill more crawlers before they get killed.
Yeah,
But
we get
I'm
the
not.
classic cast flank.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really convinced about it though because Sarah has a pretty like centralized army, and I don't know. I feel like the most important thing is just not get locked on.
Yeah, the middle definitely does look quite scary now. They're only level 1 steel balls, but if these start to level, that could be a problem. We still do need unit drops, however. So, like, round 6 or 7, if a Raiden shows up, or, like, multiple Scorpions, that could be very good for cast. I don't know exactly what Sarah would be looking for. Maybe want some air
Yeah,
units himself.
yeah. Those are some good thoughts. Like a really good ball answer can definitely turn things around. Like it's probably a little too scary to try hackers in a spot like this. I think you're more looking for like scorpions or overlords or like something with splash maybe, or raidens of course, like you said. Very solid answer.
Well, for now, the middle is kind of holding. Those
Yeah,
tarantulas doing everything they can.
yeah. The levels are just so powerful.
And there's another one available, potentially level 3 tarantula next turn.
That's crazy. Yeah, really good value out of the amp spec actually.
I was kind of surprised that Cast didn't level his level 1 tarantula there.
Yeah, I agree. It's really worth it if you got the spare cash.
And yeah, amazing damage. Good round again for Cast. Not too much damage taken for Sarah, but he will be dipping below 2k now, so ideally he
Yes.
would start turning it.
100%. It's a little scary. You really need to make this ball strategy work at this point.
Heavy armor, an easy pickup.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes for the safe play. Doesn't want to get, doesn't want to try the Rhino Assault out. Looks like he's
Yeah,
respecting it,
Cast.
though.
Yeah, Cast trying his luck again, but I think Sarah, perhaps scarred from that crawler round, will put steel
Yeah,
balls all the way in the back.
it makes a lot of sense. Definitely an expensive way to handle that in terms of, like, maybe you don't want them showing up that late, but not much else you can do about it, I suppose. I like these missiles coming out, the kill the sledgehammers. That should help out a lot. Temp speed's already been clicked. That's kind of a priority with a build like this.
And Cast taking his time. I would love to see the levels. Okay, there we go. Level
Yeah,
3 Spider.
yeah, 100% agree. I think they're essential, especially if they have the items, right? The Smamp cores, like, come on.
Yeah. Marksman, honestly, marksman levels wouldn't be that bad either.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just click on them and look at the attack amount and decide if that's worth it. It's probably going to be good. But I
Yeah,
think,
level
like,
2 marksman one-shots level 1 ball, so that's a
oh,
pretty
yeah.
nice break point to have.
Yeah, that's true, actually. You just don't want to get locked on. Like, you never can let your tarantulas get locked on. That's kind of the most important thing. So it's really about little tempo moves, like having the crawlers show in at the right time, having redundant crawlers, bubbles, missiles, like those type of things.
Expensive round for Sarah, though. Temp range, temp speed, and 5 missiles.
Yeah, I agree. But if you get the locks on the spiders, it's so worth it. We
Well,
got one
looking good
lock.
left side, but we still have Raid Boss level 3 spider on the right side doing its thing.
Yeah, looking better though. I think Sarah's got the round this time,
Yeah,
or at
that
least I
debuff will
think.
certainly help, and ooh,
Yeah,
that's some nice experience going the way of the steel balls. And that level
yeah.
2 pack is nearing level 3 with the heavy armor on it.
It's gonna get it. Yep. Oh, that's big. Possible comeback for sure.
That's
And
a
you saw
big round.
huge, and you saw the missiles there, just clearing out the crawlers with temp speed. You just lock onto the spiders.
Oh, but there's Raiden.
Yeah, that's got to be good, right?
I mean, it's yeah, the Rhino is a bit scary, I guess. Like Rhino is definitely very good for Sarah as well, because there's nothing in here that likes to deal with a level 6 armored Rhino. Um,
Yeah, yep. I like that pick a lot. Do you put the heavy armor on it?
I don't think you want to sell that steel ball.
Okay.
That steel ball's way too valuable. Just
Yeah, you're
click
probably right.
armor at home, get the arm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
enhancements, 50% hit points, call it a day.
Yep, Raiden picked up. Makes a lot of sense. What are the breakpoints at? So they do 11,000. So they one-shot blue balls if they have no equipments. So it's just level per level. I see. So this Rhino, what? Like, is it killable? 3 marksmen
I don't
shoot
think
it.
it is. I don't think that's dying. 174k hit points. Good luck.
Hmm. Well, you won't
That
one-shot
needs
him.
like a melter or a steel ball, I guess.
Yeah, like you could level all your marks and click double shot, but I don't think it's enough.
No, you're never getting through in time, I think.
What about charge shot and buy more phoenixes? Would you consider that instead of your melter play next turn?
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be too bad either. I mean, you'd still need like level 2 phoenixes with charge shot. Like that's a level 6 armored rhino. Like level 1 charge shot phoenix, I don't even think does the job.
Yeah. Oh, quick lock on the right. Oof. Rhino's tanking basically everything. Some nice oil usage though.
Yeah, that
Chop chop.
rhino does not care. Still has half of its hit points remaining. We'll get to tower, one-shot it, 7 seconds of debuff, and well, this is the subsidized steel ball thing. That's a lot
Yeah.
of units left alive on the board.
How much damage is that? That's got to be like over 2k easily. Oh my
Oh yes,
gosh. That was like
down to
2,000,
880.
2,700 damage. Oh my god. Oh, photon maybe good here for the balls. Nope. We're going
Yeah, what
for
about
a wasp
photon on
form.
the rhino?
Yeah, that's honestly a good point. I kind of like the photon emission, but they like the wasp swarm. We'll see if they can make some good use out of it.
What if we link the balls now?
Okay, real talk. Yeah, that should be thought about. Like, it's just like coin flip, right? Like, it's either going to be completely crushing and broken, or they buy a melter.
Although, yeah, I guess they kind of have to buy a melter to deal with the rhino anyway, so maybe not.
Yeah, it might be too risky.
But I kind of want to see it.
It wouldn't be completely terrible because like some of them are white and some of them are blue, so like they would turn off the beam during certain breakpoints, but yeah, probably not the move.
All right, well, lots of stuff happening all the way on the back of the board there. Underground threat from Cast, Wasp drop from Sarah, has added some Mustangs back there as well.
Yeah, look at this blue Mustang, by the way, dying to the missile strike. Oof, that's painful.
Yeah, okay, we do get steel balls out of cast here, trying to deal with that Rhino.
That makes sense. You're saving money compared to unlocking Melter. So and they're also like chaff against balls. So kind of a cool move. I do like that. Looks like we got a fancy mobile beacon here. Just delaying it ever so slightly. It's mostly in case a Melter is bought, I think.
It's a nice move though, but the steel balls will lock on still. That'll take some time to kill, but looks like it'll go down.
Yeah, we got some fire
And
on the
that looks
left.
so much better.
It does, yeah. We don't have a lot of HP remaining. 1700. Maybe it's enough.
There's two Raidens. That's a 9-second tower debuff, I think. This might just be
Yeah.
game. Triple Spider, Phoenixes, Raidens alive, Marksman alive.
Yeah, that looks like a 2K. So yeah, I think Sarah's dead.
That's a huge swing. Well played by Cast.
That was really back and forth, I think.
Yeah, those two rounds at the end were such massive swings.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
even know how to analyze what changed at the end there. Like I saw that there was fire. The fire was probably really big. There was also the
Yeah,
missile
there's
strike
there's
right
one
there.
hound on the board with incendiary bomb clicked on it
That's so cool. Yeah.
to pair it up with that oil drop.
Yeah, so just some really nice tactics in the end game, I guess. That's what we have to chalk it up to.
Yeah, the steel balls were also huge. Look at that blue or that level 1 steel ball with range from Cast. The left one has dealt 105,000 damage this turn.
Yeah, it's such a cool move to do under pressure. Like, there's so many options, right? There's the charge shot phoenixes, there's melter, and then there's ball with range, and it just ends up, in my opinion, being the best response here because it's just cheaper. And I think that the balls are better against balls than melters are against balls.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Definitely a well-deserved win there. I'm excited to see if Sarah can come back after a game like that. Cass seems to be very good under pressure. Like he's a really strong tournament player.
Yeah, some great games out of him so far. And I mean, he gets that bounty, right? So $20
That's
will be
right.
going over to him.
Yeah, very nice there. Starting his own streak now.
And I have to say, we've seen so many different strats today. Like, what have we not seen?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of units in Mechabellum at this point, so like I can name things, but although yeah, oh my god, we've seen almost every giant, I think. Maybe we have seen every
Yeah,
giant.
we saw Fang Spawn Fortress. I guess we haven't really seen Melters at play. But we saw Sion play like a lot of Arclights, kind of defensively. We've seen Raidens, we've seen Factory, we've seen Phantoms being played by Sarah.
Yeah, actually, maybe we have seen like literally every single unit that's
I guess
available
there
in
was a
1v1 be
Melter as
played.
well.
Yeah, there
Yeah, there was a
was.
Melter from Sion. Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually a really good point that we've seen everything. Yeah, the variety is really good right now, and I think the unlock change really helps out with that. I think the unit reinforcements like still have some work to do to be more balanced and interesting, but I'm super happy about the state of the game at the moment.
All right, we did. Well, Overlord, but Overlord can just stay sitting in the corner.
Did chat did chat fact check us?
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
guess
guys.
Sandworm. Yeah, yeah. There are some.
It got sold though, right? I think like I saw Sandworm get picked, and then yeah, Cass took it and sold
Yeah,
it.
but does that count? I guess for our sake, we could count it, but
Yeah, if chat's gonna fact check us, we can fact check them. Okay, you know.
well, it's going to be do or die here for Sarah. It is a best of three, so he has one more chance, but that's all he's going to get.
Yeah, super nerve-wracking to be sure. I'm sure he wants to get a ticket into the round of 8 after not making it last season, so good luck to him.
Well, there is an elite pack again, but I don't think I would recommend this one particularly.
It's like the worst one possible. Yeah, I mean, supply looks great, Typhoon looks great. Some people don't like that quick supply pack, but I do. For Sarah, I like Saber. I like Farseer. Even cost control, honestly, is pretty playable. You can get 4 marksmans if you take the marksman spec.
Oh, we do get the Ball Fang pack that you liked. And we get the
Nice.
spiders as well with the instant round 1 saber.
That's cool. By the way, do you get the marksman immediately as well for marksman SBC?
Sorry?
Do you get the marksman instantly as well with
Nope.
marksman
No,
SBC?
that's still round 2.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's only Fire Badger and then Sabretooth they changed to try and, well, basically bring them in line with Quick Supply.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Steel Ball with double Tarantula round 1. And
Yeah.
it is going to be a crossfire, both players on the line, but won't be headbutting.
It is cool to see Tarantula being played a little bit more now that the unlock cost is free. I do appreciate that quite a bit. Like having an Arclight alternative is like always healthy for the game, I think.
Yeah, I tend to agree. And the nice thing about the Tarantula is it can also deal with Shielded Fangs itself. So
Mm,
typically you'll see like either Arclight Mustang being a chaff clear pairing in the long run, or Tarantula.
yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point. The splash is just like such a significant tech that Arclight doesn't have access to.
Well, it's all going to come down to how the engagements go here. We do have some crawlers from Sarah
Oh.
all the way in the back aiming for that tower, but ooh, the crawler pull there is very nice. It will delay Cast's tower take.
Yeah, that's beautiful. For a second, one ball was going to the tower. I got excited, but he changed his mind.
Sarah gets a great lock on there, able to kill one pack of steel balls and a tarantula.
Yeah, this just
This is
looks...
quite even.
Yeah, I guess it is, but I think Sarah's got it. Unless the balls really get the good locks, but they're going to be under fire here.
Yeah, 2 or 3 will be going down to the saber, so... Oh, and the spider and saber there,
Oh,
making sure that they fire at different targets. That's super good.
yeah. They rehearsed that one. That was good for sure.
Tower debuff to boot, and that will be the tarantula coming out ahead and Sarah taking round 1. Against quick supply nonetheless. So yeah, I guess Sabretooth spec there
Yeah,
does even things out.
yeah, absolutely. And it got a level. Wow. Got some unit
Oh, that's gross.
reinforcements. Sarah with a really snappy pick there. Just loves Wasp. Just loves that unit.
Yeah, anything air based.
True, true.
Sarah, you can bet that Sarah will probably pick it.
Yeah, I think
That
I think
and
the
random
options.
armored rhinos.
True. Everybody loves those, or at least loves to pick them. I think they're all pretty good here, honestly, all these picks. Maybe a marksman is my least favorite, but like Arclights in the shallow flank to just like kill that crawler for free is pretty nice. Typhoon just handles Wasp and is a good carry unit, I guess.
Yeah, it's not too terrible here. I mean, there's fangs on the board as well for both players, so you could see that.
Wow, okay. Wasp on
Going to be
Wasp
the
action.
wasp. But Sarah guessed correctly, so that'll be dealt with. And the left tower has been leveled.
Yeah, just looks pretty good here for Sarah. Oh, the Wasp is moving. How do you feel about the tower fortification when there's steel balls there?
I mean, I still think it's kind of fine. um, it's going to be at least, 2 less seconds of debuff when it does get taken.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's all right as well. Looks like both players actually agree, right? Because they actually both took the tower fort, and they're both against balls here. So they truly just want the 2-second debuff. And I don't know. Sometimes it's nice if you kill the balls, but then crawlers get through or something like that. So
Well, Sarah did add another steel ball all the way in the corner to try and aim for that level tower. That will
yeah,
be
down it goes.
successful. And yeah, this uptime during the debuff for Sarah with that saber tooth shooting at spiders is invaluable.
Yeah, super true. That saber's a menace. I mean, it even had a level, but just couldn't afford it.
And looks like the round will kind of shape up the same way, where these units from cast will now be kind of walking into the spider and saber, but now there's also some steel balls involved, and the wasps, of course, did prevail.
Yeah, decent little victory there. Wasp somehow not leveling, even though Wasp's always level. Tarantula level, wow. Kinda early.
Round 3, Nano Repair Kit could be good.
Yeah, I think putting it on the level 2 Saber is a pretty real choice here. Like, of course, yes, there's balls on the field, but they're not really near the saber tooth at the moment, and I'm not convinced that Cast wants to buy more. So, it's
I mean,
probably my
pick your
favorite
poison,
pickup.
right? There's also a leveled spider available for Sarah.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, just a flexible item, pretty powerful to have. Like, it's gonna be good with those later unit drops as well.
Shield airdrop instead.
Will it be for a flank, or what's the plan with that?
It's a pretty powerful spell. Typically, it'll do really well if it's not up against steel balls. So I guess, yeah, that's why he's putting it all the way on the right side.
I like that. It's just like making sentry missiles have to be super delayed. So, and also it prevents oil. Like there is a world here where cast just oils that, right? And then you're a genius.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, the shield does land before the oil spell, so
Yeah, I like it for a variety of reasons. Looks like cast picked it as well. We'll see if it's for a similar sort of like aggressive purpose or maybe more central, just trying to win against that saber tooth.
wasps, by the way, have been sold instantly for cast, but that does mean he doesn't really have any anti-air, just opted to range the tarantulas and kind of forfeit the round.
Yeah, I mean he's got fangs, but yeah, I do agree that it lessens his chances of winning.
And we see that mid-flank crawler pack being set up from cast. Might see that being beaconed next turn.
Yep, definitely. It's like the most powerful against balls specifically as well. So, really nice move there. The shield airdrop though is really powerful here in the middle.
Yeah, that's
Killed the
doing so
saber.
much for cast.
Yeah, and I think like the fangs have been poking their heads out, so also saving a lot of DPS for the bubble there. Looks like the towers
And
fall at the same times.
yeah, Tara's being traded is really good for cast. He might come out ahead. There's a couple of fangs all the way on the left. Would he somehow be able to win this round?
I think he's got the round. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, looks good. Sarah
Definitely.
will at least get the shield though, so
Yeah,
a little
thank
bit of
God.
victory there.
Yeah, it's nice that Sarah's shield will just live like forever and just keep preventing those missiles, those ground effects. So I don't really hate that either, but I do think that Cass got like much better tempo out of theirs.
Well, that's a huge turn. Almost all
Yeah,
of the tarantulas level up there for cast, so he's definitely back into the game.
yeah, huge turn there. Gonna be feeling good about that one. Maybe it was a lot due to the shield airdrop, which is now gone, but I think the levels will carry a lot as well. Oh, and an item for them. Wow, super heavy is also pretty real for steel balls.
Yeah, it's probably like the best unit to pair that item with.
Yeah, agree.
Amplify core instead, though.
Yeah, interesting. And doesn't want to get baited by subsidized steel ball again.
I mean, it worked really well
Yeah,
in the
it
previous
looked fine
game.
for sure. He just lost to like fire effects and stuff like that.
Yeah. Ass taking his time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of decisions here. Like, there's even Efficient Giant, which we didn't speak about, but like that card's like always something to think about, I guess. Like
Yeah, the question would
comparing,
be what giant do you want to play, though?
yeah, hopefully Overlord, so we can get every unit showcased today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amp Core is, I think, the best pickup there, just because Tarantulas really care about their offensive stats, not just their defensive. So Amp Core is like sort of a premium equipment, and that's also why Amplified Specialist is really great with Tarantulas.
Well, let's see. The tarantulas have gotten a bunch of levels. One more gets picked up. And looks like Cass is just heavily attacking that left tower, adding a spider onto the shallow flank, and not really too worried about his tower on the right side.
Yeah, pretty interesting lines here. The Wasp also got a level, by the way, so the threat continues to grow. Meanwhile, the Fangs are just stagnant at level 1, so that is something to worry about.
Cass not adding more fangs either. Like, this is kind of risky, but I guess that he's kind of gambling that he will be winning the middle, and if the tarantulas are still alive, then the fangs should have a nice shield to hide behind.
Yeah, for sure. Funny how the mobile beacons have been playing out. He beaconed too far, and as a result, he's getting like this weird tower timing. It's like kind of good, honestly.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. Lines up well with all of these units now running into the tarantulas. Steel balls will manage to at least take down one more blue spider.
Can the Fangs do it? I think they can.
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
because we get a
I guess there
debuff.
is a debuff, yeah.
It's close though, because like they'll still kill the Fangs through debuff, but there's a Tarantula in the way. Yeah, the Fangs got it right.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
pretty
close
crazy.
one though.
Yeah, yeah, it really is.
I think another spider will fall.
Oh,
Oh, not quite. No, it will.
okay. Yeah, pretty like, I don't know, just really low damage game so far. Like this could be another one that goes pretty long. All those
Sarah,
spells.
another insta-pick.
Yeah. I mean,
Incendiary bomb.
yeah, it's hard to say no to Incendiary Bomb. Like you could Vulcan cheese the tower, but feels high variance to me. I think you just take the Incendiary or skip.
I mean,
I'm
for
not
now,
storming.
Sarah also knows that there's not that good of a wasp counter, right? So if he can burn the fangs, then he just wins by default.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. I think Cass really needs to up his anti-air. I don't know with what, but
I mean, I think your only option really is Mustang, right, against Wasp.
I
It's
guess.
that or like Fort AA, but I don't like buying Fort AA into like a couple of untacked Wasps.
Yeah. Wow, he's really taking his time.
I wonder what he's debating here.
Oh my
Improved
god.
Wraith. Okay. Well, that's, I guess, another option.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's an alright card. Like if you care about the attack stat part of it, I think that's where it shines the most. Of course, the range is also awesome.
It
So
makes
yeah,
the
it'll
matchup into like range A Wasp not as bad, right?
yeah, yeah for sure. So it is a nice response, and of course, it's a unit that's good on aggro. Like that's sort of its identity, like defense or aggro.
Oh, it's
So
like
yeah,
one of the kings of headbutt, right?
yeah, super strong there. So yeah, it's cool to see that card being used. It's not picked super often, but I don't think it's like a bad card by any means.
I'm wondering, does this fire actually do much of anything for Sarah? I don't think it does.
Yeah, it's like it's all right. It's not great though. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and
farm
Wraith should be
these.
farming.
Yeah, like this is an experience pool for sure. and it should win.
The steel
Yeah.
ball split there, just perfect.
Wraith levels are amazing too, especially with improved, so you love to see it.
Oh yeah. Already managed to pick up a level, and keep in mind, Wraith is very hard to level up on round 1, or the round it
Oh
comes
yeah.
out. It has 1950 experience as a experience ceiling.
Yep. Intensive, intensive. You can get a level 3.
I kind of want to see it.
Me too. I mean, shield airdrop's fun as well, having 2 of them, but
What's Sarah's response going to be into the Wraith? Adds phantoms. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that will kill a level 3 Wraith if it comes out.
yeah, I'm with you.
He ranged the wasps though. But I think the logical thing for cast is just level the Wraith and give it range.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Gotta take that Wraith pretty seriously. Wait, we're buying Phoenixes?
I wonder
I'm,
if he's expecting like phantoms or something to come out. So we do get the range on the Wraith. You still can do the play where he levels
yeah,
the 1 improved Wraith to level 3.
yeah, absolutely. I would love to see it.
It's either that or like I guess he could try and spread his resources a bit if he wants to level up the other.
Yeah, that's true. That's also an acceptable line. Yeah, he goes for that. Does he level? Oh, he doesn't level one of them
Wow.
though.
Doesn't even level the one that leveled by itself. That's a bit rude.
That's kind of rude.
It performed so well, and then you're going to promote like his brother that was just
Yeah, that's nepotism. Unbelievable.
crazy. Well, I guess that Wraith in the middle will have to prove itself yet again.
Well, maybe a tower timing that doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Well, the ground is somewhat collapsing here for cast, and well, that's only a level 1 Wraith. Could have been level 3, but
I know, right?
it's not, so the damage is kind of lacking there, and seems like Sarah might be getting the win here.
Yeah, seems like they've got a real shot here, which is pretty huge. You really don't want these wraiths to get out of control, so. What are their wasp techs? Do they have elite? They do not. They do have anti-air though, at least. They run HE, wow.
It's a nice tech.
Yeah, I know you're a fan.
Triple Scorpion pickup, wow. For
It's
Sarah.
a lot of Scorps. Well, they're pretty good against all the other drops except for maybe Storm, so does make sense. Are they good against the current board? They're alright. Handle the balls. Decent all-around carry. Yep. Mirrored choices here. Looks like Cass still wants to put all of his stuff on the left, although it does look like he's making sort of a connecting angle, you know, sort of moving towards this other tower as well. Ooh, the oil here looks really strong. That's going to help out his asymmetrical, I guess, strategy a heck of a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna help against the steel balls, but those air units that are coming in don't care too much.
Yeah, actually, really good point. Maybe you need like a
And
Wraith over there.
yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Aerial
Maybe even a
especially.
Wraith and a Phoenix, because you need to deal with the Phantom Rays as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how this all shakes out. It feels like the Scorpions here for cast are a little forward if you're going to be choosing range tech on it. But, I don't know, maybe he wants them to tank for the Wraiths, so they have to be far forward. Really nice beacon.
Scorpions are getting some really good locks there for cast, starting to work away at those blue steel balls now as they just about make their way through the oil, but Phantoms will finish off the job, and that's 7 seconds of debuff for Sarah.
Yeah, huge debuff because it was looking really bad here. Maybe some counter tower pressure here. Oh, this Wraith has a lot of work to do though, and I'm not sure it can do it. Oh my gosh, just melted.
Yeah, the AA makes a massive difference.
Yeah, no kidding. That Giga level Wasp starting to really pay off. I'm sure it'll be brought up to level 4 here. Nuke. Nuke round 8. I mean, can you say no?
I think it's a bit too scary to skip,
Yeah,
especially if you're cast sitting
yeah, I
on
think so.
1500 hit points.
Yeah, strongly agree. I think you gotta like mobile beacon out of it. You just sort of have to guess and then bubble your most precious ground units and pray, I guess.
And the thing is, um, how do you deal with these wasps?
Yeah, they're a problem. They have significant levels and they have the proper techs.
Like, this is why I was mentioning, like, you kind of need... It's either, like, Forte A, which is fine into Tech Wasp, but I think it's a bit too late to get into it now, or Mustangs. But Mustangs would be expensive. You would basically need to get, like, blue ones with range and AA.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think he had to go Mustangs earlier. He committed to this Wraith line. Oh, he is actually buying Mustangs. It's like, I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting decision.
We'll be buying some shields. Maybe those can survive and keep the Mustangs alive, but there's also a chance these units walk up a bit too far.
Yeah, I'm also really curious about the right side of the battlefield here. Like, will he keep the tower? Will the nuke, do much? We'll have to see. The balls have been getting through, despite there being oil.
The hole there on the crawlers, okay, doesn't
Oh,
quite save the wasp, so those will go down, but the tower will fall.
the nuke was so good there for Sarah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's just nothing left on the left side.
That's gotta be game, right? That is so much damage.
Oh my days. All the scorpions left alive, and yeah, that'll be all she wrote.
All right, we're tied up.
Sarah strikes back.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't ignore your wasps, ladies and gentlemen. It can
Yeah,
get out of control.
they were the heroes, no doubt. I mean, Cass had some really nice tarantula scaling going, but did not matter.
And I think that's kind of what it all boils down to, right? Like, Sarah realized that Cast was being a little bit disrespectful and just relying on fangs to kill those wasp,
Mhm.
and then eventually just capitalizes on range and AA on the tech bar to be able to beat the wraith.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really cool to see that you can do that. Like, you have the wasp level and you just take it, and then now the fangs just aren't enough, right? And then you have to start, you know, addressing it in other ways, and it just gets so annoying. And so that's why so many players will just bite the bullet and buy the dang Mustang. But sometimes it can feel bad, so it's a tricky position. Maybe he should have kept his wasp, because he did have his own wasp at one point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess. Well, you just have to buy Mustang, but I can understand it feels somewhat bad into the tarantulas that Sarah already had.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, white Mustangs just don't feel good, period, unless they're like literally shooting fangs or wasps. But like, if they're ever shooting crawlers or like anything, like they just feel horrible.
Yeah. Well, it's an
Such a
exciting third game, or well, I guess second best of three.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've had great games all day, and they just don't stop coming. I'm happy that this is going to a game 3. I think either player is deserving of getting through.
Oh, absolutely. And for those of you watching, this will be the final game, no matter what. Um, Whoever wins here will join Scion in well, the next stage of the MAG1 Open season. And whoever loses, sadly, will be going home.
Yep, all comes down to this. And while we have some downtime, let's talk about what's happening later today, Rooster. Is anything happening later on today?
Um, you mean the next group?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still quite a long way away, though. It's, what, 11 hours from now, I think?
hmm Who are you most afraid of in your group?
Uh, Probably a Grip no Coma, who
Wow.
I'm facing first.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Hey,
Poochie
look,
could be pretty
ideal
scary as well.
scenario. Who?
A
Apuchi?
Poochie? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a really solid record, right? Like, way better record in tournaments than I do, so I can't really compete with that. But I think on ladder and in tournaments in game, I do all right versus him. So, yeah,
Yeah, he gives you a
we
false sense
will.
of security. Like, you beat him on ladder, and you're like, "Ah, I have a chance," and then in a
Yeah, I mean,
tournament.
look, like no one in there is easy. You will not hear me claim that I'm the best player in that group. I'm not, but um, yeah, I'll do my best, and we'll just see. Try and have some fun, stay true to my playstyle, and I think that's the best way anyone can play.
Yeah, for sure. All
Well,
right.
game three, we've got some speed
Yeah.
spec sledges for cast.
Yeah, actually, that could be it, but, like, there's Farseer spec or Typhoon, which is such huge economy.
Looks like cast agrees. It is going to be Saber Crawler as a starting pack with that Farseer specialist, and Sarah taking a bit longer here. And we'll pick up the Rhino.
Yeah, solid pick for sure. I mean, like, the units are maybe a little sketchy, but I think it'll work out okay. You've got the HP to make it through. Not I don't think you're happy to see that you're up against Crawler, Saber, though.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but, well, I think you kind of know that going into Mustang pack. There's a lot of packs that you don't really enjoy facing. Spider packs, Saber arc packs, Sledgehammer arc packs.
Yeah. We got a staircase here. Do you think that staircase is gonna remain?
There's no way. I would love it, but there's no way.
Maybe crossfire action?
A little bit more. Last game was Crossfire as well.
Yeah. Been seeing some
Sarah
crazy,
playing a bit further back.
yeah, sort of Sarah's style. Those mid-range boards seems to favor them a lot. I think the spacing is not ideal, though. Of course, there's nothing he can do about it because he doesn't know where his opponent will deploy, but I expect the leftmost Mustang could be in a bit of trouble, perhaps.
I mean, you can't really imagine that Sarah wins the first round, right? I have seen crazy things like this, but I guess it'll all come down to the tower timing.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, maybe they can take down the Arclight really, really quickly here before losing any. Okay, yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah, not the worst, but here comes this tower timing. Oof.
Yeah, and that one Arclight is still alive and absolutely farming Sarah's board.
Yeah, but this tower timing is really good, so I guess he's got it, actually, surprisingly. I mean, I think.
Oh, yeah, the
Okay,
Arclight's
maybe
getting
not.
targeted. If the Arclight was safe, I think that cast would be
Colors
okay.
got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I think the Sabers are just too tanky, right? Yeah, the splash there kills a couple Mustangs and the Arc.
You don't think the crawlers got this?
Nah. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The debuff doesn't matter either. They still one-shot the crawlers.
Yeah. Maybe if they killed the other one first. Right? The
Takes
other
an
one's
awful
low
long
HP.
time, but he'll get there.
Oh, it was so much
Oh,
closer than he gave it credit for. But yeah, you're right.
Saber will prevail.
Oh my gosh. Improved Scorpion.
Improved Scorpion?
That's a card?
That is a card, but it's not the good one. The good one, I
Yeah.
think, is called Assault Scorpion.
Yeah, that's the real improved one. But, 10 range is probably the most premium part of that. Nothing to scoff at.
No, I'm scoffing at it.
Wow. That's mean, man. What did the Scorpion
If
do to
it
you?
doesn't get 1.5 attack interval reduction, then it isn't a good card.
Yeah, you only like improved War Factory and Assault Scorp.
Hey, those are good cards. Tell me
True.
I'm wrong.
No, you're right, you're right. We bought another Mustang, by the way. We are committed.
Yeah, I'm guessing that this will just be maybe improved Scorpion plus Mustang, but that's a somewhat
Hmm.
awkward matchup because Scorpion's already outrange Mustang, so if you want to ever range your Scorpions, they're gonna sit behind your Stangs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they
We'll
can
s-
function as tanks though.
Yeah, another weird option which probably won't occur is that we get the Rhino on round 4 and then we just like buy a bunch of them. Start getting really aggressive.
Yeah, could be. I mean, the Sabers are already unlocked for cast, right? So that could be a decent unit. I think Saber is also not too bad with the Scorpion generally.
Yeah, true. Underground Crawler here is going to take care of the Mustangs, I believe, and then there should be some tower pressure. It's going to fall. Or is it fortified? It is fortified, okay.
It is fortified, but it will fall pretty soon. The good thing for Sarah is that his crawlers are heading over to the second tower from cast. But this time,
Yeah,
I think the Arclight is sitting safer, so it'll be way more easy to deal with all of these small units.
yeah, for sure. Looks like he's got the round. Maybe he can finish off that Saber that's almost dead. Would be nice.
And we have some chatters there asking about the 1 and 0 in the corner. Would you mind explaining, perhaps, what that
Yes,
entails?
absolutely. So if you win a game and get a streak going, like even your first game, then you tally up a number, which is shown. So Sarah has 1 because they've got a win streak of 1. And then if that player is defeated, the player who defeated them will receive $10 multiplied by that number. So right now you receive $10 if you can defeat Sarah.
Very nice. Now, we've got some packs. Double Marksman, the pickup here for Sarah, doesn't go for the Phantom Ray.
Yeah, kind of a non-normal pick there for them, but nice to see them mix it up. Do they run Assault? No, they don't. Elite Marksman, Double Shot, Range, and Electromagnetic Shot.
Cast taking his time. I mean, Phoenixes never look too bad. I would say that Phoenixes are fine into all of these picks.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Phantom though. That looks good though because of the armor potential against the Mustangs, I suppose.
Yeah, but Sarah did pick up the high-level Marksman and does run AA.
Looks like kind of an open tower here, like the blue crawler is just facing directly at it. I guess the crawler will slow it down, but not for long.
Yeah, Cast hasn't really opted to defend that too much. Well, we'll level it, at the very least. And has now ranged his Mustangs.
Yeah, the first person to range their Mustangs, despite not starting with them. Well, the marksmen look good, I think. Like, they've got some nice targets to shoot at. They're really
Yeah, the
safely
level 3
positioned, though.
marksman.
Almost
Delay
like
on the
too
right
careful.
tower isn't too bad either.
Yeah.
And this is really turning into a bit of a Mustang fight here.
Yeah, it's a really important part of this battle. Like, whoever gets the levels going has a pretty big advantage, because level 2 Mustangs just demolish level 1 Mustangs, plus it's just like, every time you level up a Mustang, you're paying $100 for, like, extremely efficient DPS.
And it looks like, okay, Sarah will pick the round. I think Cast leveled 1 Mustang, but so did Sarah. Now, Sarah didn't range his Mustangs just yet, but at least he's keeping up in terms of levels so far.
Yeah. We got Incendiary Bomb here, famously good against Mustangs. Might burn your own if you're not careful, but looks decent.
Another quick pickup from Sarah.
See bubbles coming out too, that's expensive. Doesn't want to get fired, of course.
There's also not too much DPS on the right side for Cast, so there's a good chance that these bubbles will stay. Sarah
Yeah,
does
that's
get
true.
access to the Rhino here, by the way. So level 2 Rhino on the right side.
Oh yeah, that's a huge power spike. The DPS is really great against the tower as well. The Farseer seems like kind of underwhelming compared to the Rhino, I think.
Yeah, I don't expect this Farseer to have that good of a time.
And we
Cast
already get
going
the
for...
forts.
Okay, did pick up the efficient giant manufacturing.
Yeah, really early commits here. I mean, it makes sense. It's a really good late scaling comp. Mustang plus Fortress.
And he is running the text that we're used to. The range, the Fang, the barrier, and the AA.
Hmm.
Interesting to see a steel ball there on the right side. I guess he's expecting that Rhino to show up.
Yeah, that is, I don't know. Not sure I like it that much because I feel like a Fortress is already somewhat significant DPS, but...
Oh, the ball's not quite going towards the correct target, and that Rhino, however, is. Chops down the Farseer. Ice set onto that
Oh,
fortress. Oh my days.
oh no. Oh, that
That
spec is pretty
is...
good.
Yeah, that's about as good as you'll get from a Rhino spec. 40k damage. Chops down a Farseer and chops down a fortress.
Yep. Do any of these help? Degen?
Degen again.
Probably not, but I just like to mention it because it's so cheap these days.
Well, Sarah did pick it up.
Yeah, curious to see what they do with it. Maybe just using it for its headbutt efficacy.
Could click armor, maybe.
Yeah, that's also an interesting line available. Let me see, do they run it? They do. I think most people run armor these days. Typhoon picked up, though. I mean, that's good if an item drops that amplifies the attack, I suppose.
It's a pretty strong unit. And it will be defending the flank, which is nice because one Wraith showed
Yeah.
up over there. Sarah actually opting to sell the other Wraith.
Okay. So just using it to make money while creating a threat. But yeah, the Typhoon placement is so nice. Oh, where did it go? Is it sold? I guess so.
Yep.
Alright, well,
That
so
did
much
get
for that.
sold. We need more forts.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I was thinking that. I was like, huh? Surely that's the priority. But we have these Scorpions, which can be really good against fortresses sometimes. Early barrier.
But yeah, that Wraith is unanswered for now, so there will be a debuff somewhere during the mid-round.
Yeah. We'll have to see how that takes place. It'll take a long time. The ball actually
Steel
connected
balls?
this time.
Yeah, they did their job finally.
Finally. Now they can
And
be
round
fired.
does look good, but yeah, that Wraith working away on the tower will give Sarah 9 seconds of debuff.
Yeah, will that be enough? I mean, we have some forts on the right there. Oh, okay, we have one fort.
Yeah, that debuff definitely did not help. And those improved Scorpions, 15% bonus attack,
Yeah,
I
true.
think will get the job done. Actually takes a little bit longer than expected. That Farseer doing
Yeah,
quite a lot of work.
round. Maybe we kill the Scorpion. Maybe
Wow,
we kill the Marksman.
I think that's about as good as you could ask for.
Yeah, not bad.
Like, if this is what the rounds look like with 9 seconds of debuff, I think you're not too unhappy if you're cast.
Yeah, no, I agree. Certainly not the worst. Your forts are getting online here. Additional deploy. Do you want 4 forts per turn? Nah, I don't think we can afford that.
That would, yeah, that's expensive. Smoke
Wait,
here.
we're efficient giant though, right? Maybe he could afford it.
Oh, true, yeah.
It's close. With a loan, he definitely can. He's got a sell. He actually could have done it.
I mean, you could sell like a Saber. Maybe you
Yeah,
just
for
pick up
sure.
3 fortresses and then another deployment.
Yeah, also an option. That's true.
Double shot though now coming out for Sarah. That I think that will make a big difference. It's really quite
Yeah,
decent against level 1 fortress barriers.
yeah, absolutely. And the smoke also looks strong, I think.
Yep. Yeah, that should not really be getting blocked too much.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe like range will come out the following round in order to handle the smoke, or just like a mobile beacon, but we'll have to see.
Ooh, we get EMP on the Farseers. It's only 100, so easy
Yeah,
button to click.
I like that. Shutting off these Scorpion techs is huge.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the biggest thing to handle for cast. That Scorpion in the middle, level 2, range double shot, looks quite scary.
Yeah, for sure. Just instantly neutralizing the bubble and almost one-shotting the fort.
Smoke will land. Steel balls will lock onto that Rhino. I think it will again go down, so won't quite
Yeah.
have the same impact it did on the first round it came out.
Yeah, for sure. Might be long overdue for a sell. That Giga Scorpion, though, looking pretty good, neutralizing a bubble. A lot of Mustangs falling here for cast, but the right side is punching through, killing a bubble here.
And it looks like Sarah is somewhat struggling to deal with crawlers, which
Yeah,
wouldn't be too surprising, because he's mostly relying on Mustangs, but that could be something to exploit perhaps. For now though, the Scorpions will prevail, and that's at least 1,000 damage going the way of cast.
will he
Oh,
kill a
unless the
Scorpion?
Farseer? Oh, it will kill actually. Wow.
Oh, yeah. EMP helping out there as well. So let's see how he handles the smoke, because I think it is a problem. Efficient Giant number 2. And what about Acid? Sarah does not want to pick it. Maybe it's too risky. Unneeded. Looks like oil is preferred.
It's a redeployment as well. I mean, second efficient giants maybe a bit too greedy.
Yeah. But what if he took additional deploy? Like, it would be insane.
True. You're not wrong. I mean, he does have the additional deploy. Yeah, it's a tough one. Scorpion's also leveling. One more level 2 available. Another level 1 Scorpion picked up on the left side. Oh, and I like this from
The
cast.
underground? Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. That oil is just gonna stay as oil, I guess. looks pretty potent. Rhino was sold.
Okay, we
Both
get a good
players.
redeploy there.
Yeah.
Maybe a mobile beacon could be helpful as well to try and make sure that that level 3 Mustang doesn't end up in the smoke.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Well, doesn't quite have the money for it though. Both players loaning temp range for both, temp speed as well for cast.
Yeah, really not a lot of respect given to this smoke, I feel. So
Oh,
I'm
but the
curious to
Mustangs are
see.
sitting just outside. Okay, well now they're getting pushed in by the underground crawlers.
Yeah, I mean the fort's inside it right now, though it doesn't really matter yet, I guess. Now everything is going to run inside of it. We're tickling the tower, but it's not going to fall.
Yeah, and the onslaught of chaff is really creating trouble for cast. Right side, or for Sarah, sorry. Right side for cast, that level 2 fortress will fall, but the level 2 Farseer is still alive.
Pretty close battle here.
Yeah, once more. Farseer will take tower, but there's not too much left. Does have
Yeah,
that EMP available.
yeah, it should kill the score just off the basis that it's slowed and does not have its range tech available. Oh, just kidding.
Oh, okay, well. It is improved after all, so can't get rid of that bonus 10 range.
True, that was the difference.
192, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. We got a bunch of like tanky looking dudes here.
Sarah picks triple tarantula. I mean, I guess he needs some chaff clear, so I quite like that. Fire badger available too if he wanted to set things on fire, but doesn't need to. Has the incendiary bomb back off cooldown.
Ah, true.
Is it a hound sprinkler type of angle?
Honestly, it could be, but man, those tarantulas are a little problematic, perhaps. Maybe even the scorps are
Yeah, but
problematic.
it's a. Hmm, yeah, they are, but I mean, I think you should be able to walk through as long as they're kind of like behind the fortresses.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he's going for it. Fire extinguisher is clicked.
I think this will at least get rid of most of the fire.
Yeah, the Mustang should be safe, I think.
Some of those front crawlers will probably burn, but
Yeah, can't save those. It's really not for saving crawlers. It's really for, I mean, it can save late crawlers, but early crawlers will just always die.
we get a really forward oil from cast as well, trying to kind of profit off of that incendiary, but doesn't look like it'll hit too much.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool play there. I like it. It might not kill too much, but killing anything is pretty good, I think.
Oh, and look at that sprinkler effect go! It
Nice.
is one of the more satisfying ones in the game.
Yeah, the animation's really good. It did something. How much it did, we
Yeah,
don't
there's
know.
also a bit of a visual bug to keep in mind, so there's some fire there on the right side below the Mustangs, but you'll see that the Mustangs are not burning.
Yeah.
Although this does not look too good. The fire is burning some of the Stangs from Sarah, but how much can these two fortresses do? I think the Farseer will have an important job to do with the EMP.
Yeah, true. I don't know, it's winnable, but the Scorpion just one-shots everything. It's so scary.
Okay, a big one now has fallen. Oh, but a big shot there from that Scorp. Surely this is winning. Oh, the debuff?
I think it's winning because Mustangs are in front, but it's close. I'm scared.
Uh-oh. Wait, it hits the Farseer.
It's winnable, it's winnable, it's winnable, it's winnable, it's losable.
It's...
Uh,
Oh, no. Oh, my God. That is unfortunate. Wow. 210,000 damage on that Scorpion that round, and that'll be enough to win.
wow. That was a nail biter to close things out. Congrats to Sarah for their 2-1 victory over Cast, making it to the round of 8, redeeming themselves from the previous MAG1 league.
Yeah, big show from them. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, kind of sad to see Cass go there. I think he did really well.
Yeah, definitely. Really nice showing today
Also,
from Cast.
did manage to grab that shutdown on Sarah, but
True.
after the first game, I guess Sarah turning up the heat, and that will mean that he'll be the second one to join Sion in the next stage of this MAG1 season.
What a great group of games today, though.
Yeah, I honestly like one of the most varied days I think that we've seen. So many different strats, like we mentioned.
Yeah, like I just never know which unit is going to be next. Like we saw a lot of Wraith today, which I also was not really expecting. Like I know people are liking Wraith a little bit more, but I didn't expect it to be like in a high stakes games and like so often picked.